Hello and welcome to Azure Talk. This is another episode of Azure Talk. I am Abhishek Matre along with Sachin Kalia. He has already delivered various topics in this Azure Talk. So today he is coming here with the how can we deploy template resources into Azure DevOps. Sachin, over to you.
Hi Abhishek, thank you so much for warm welcome and a bit introduction about the today demonstration.
Great. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let me share my screen.
Yeah, great. I can see your screen.
Perfect. So here I am within dev.azure.com and my organization Sachin Kalia and with a project Azure Storage DevOps. Into today demonstration, I'll be utilizing an ARM template in order to provision Azure storage through Azure DevOps. So if I talk about an ARM template, it is an identical to infrastructure as a code, which Azure allows us to provision your resources. There are various ways to do that, but I'll be using an ARM template, which is one of the industry standard nowadays to
Yeah,
push
great.
such resources.
Yeah,
So without wasting a time, I am into my repo over here. Just click here. I have clicked on file. Here we do have two main file, which is both are Azure deploy.storage.json as well as Azure deploy storage.parameter.json.
hmm,
So for our purpose, I'm here. I would highly recommend our audience to go through with the prior demonstration where I and Abhishek has demonstrated you about how can we create an ARM template and how can we create parameters, variables, and the other related stuff for the better understanding.
right.
For the sake of clarity, what does this specific ARM template work? I'll be explaining you in a while. It is segregated generally into the 6 section: schema, content version, parameters, API profile, resource, and then variables and output. So here we do have one parameter which is of storage account type. For that, we have kept a default value, which is standard underscore LRS, and provided a default description. It is a variable which is applicable and can be used within the scope of entire ARM template. And if you notice, we are utilizing unique string. What it does, it creates a unique name of this entire context, which we have kept into this inbuilt resource function of an ARM template. And at the bottom of screen, we do have resource, which is a type of array. It means it allows you to provision multiple resources through an ARM template. And as I have mentioned earlier, we are provisioning storage account. So we have kept a type of storage account. We are providing a name, and name which, if you notice, we are utilizing this variable here.
Yeah,
Okay. And the location, it would be type of the resource group, which I have already created, will be explaining you when I'll be creating a release pipeline. And the SQL unit, which we are using here, storage account type, which is of type here, as you can see, standard
yeah.
LRS.
Just
So
to just to add
jumping,
one point here. Sorry, just
yeah,
to add one
please.
point here regarding the parameters and the variables. We have already, me and Sachin has already have created one video regarding what is the parameter and what is the variable and what is the difference between the both. Carry on, Sachin.
Yeah, sure. Yes, that was a wonderful video to understand the depth of an ARM template.
Yeah,
So here I'm about to create a pipeline with the help of YAML. So I am here into my pipeline. We do have an option to create a new pipeline, which I have just clicked. There are plenty of other options. We do have use the classic editor to create a pipeline without YAML, but we will prefer this option for now.
yeah,
So as soon as I click here, it prompts me a default repo which I'll be using, and the starter pipeline. As soon as I click there, it brings certain information that you can see over here, right? But for this purpose, I have created an of YAML that I'll be using here and will be explaining you each bit of this. So at the top of the screen, we do have trigger, which is connected to a master branch, and we are utilizing a VM image of Ubuntu. The latest version will be there. And in order to define the steps related to the content CI, and we do have a task. As soon as you click over here, it opens a very beautiful layout onto the right side, which states that the source folder will be the source folder that copy the pattern will be run from. So in my purpose, I am utilizing agent.build directory, and the content, I'm picking the entire content. The file path to includes as part of the copy supports multiple line. You can set as per your need, but I'm copying the entire stuff which exists into the build directory. The target folder is about where I'm copying it for my own purpose,
Right.
right?
Okay.
So there are few more options available. If you click onto the clean target folder, so it means whenever next time the pipeline for the CI will be running, then first it clears that folder, and for the override, it override the existing content.
Okay.
At the bottom of the screen, you can see we do have another task, which is the publishing the build artifact. If I click on to the setting, the path to publish, so we are publishing this into the artifact staging directory. The artifact name which I have kept storage drop, you can keep it as per your need. And artifact publish location is Azure pipeline, though there is a file share also available. So what does it mean? As you can see over here, we do have a container. So whenever a pipeline run,
Hmm.
so Azure DevOps at the back end, it manages a container to run this stuff. So this is the reason it will be publishing the storage folder into the container, right?
Great. Great.
I hope it is clear.
Yeah, it's
And
pretty clear.
yeah, save, click save and run. Let me put something fancy over here. Azure pipeline, Azure CI with YAML. Yeah,
Yeah.
save and run.
So for
So
this
that,
purpose, we have only two tasks. One is copying the file and second is publishing the artifacts. That's it.
yeah, it is
Okay.
copying the content from the build directory and pushing it to the artifact staging directory so that we
Right.
could utilize the entire stuff later during the release pipeline. So
Great.
let it execute, and it ran very fast and the job has been executed successfully. Let me see an artifact. As you can see, it has copied the entire stuff from the build directory, published the build artifact over here. If I click onto the artifact, we do have storage folder where we do have YAML file, which we will be utilizing it later, and the stuff
Okay.
JSON format.
Yeah.
So without wasting a time, let me create a new pipeline. I am here into the release pipeline. As soon as I click release pipeline, so it opens. For my purpose, I'm choosing empty. This is Azure storage. You can put as per your need. I have kept it here. If I click onto the job, agent job, I'm choosing Ubuntu 18.04 for my purpose. You can see the entire detail of the agent pool if
Yeah.
you click
Yeah.
over pool information,
Right.
right? I'll be keeping the entire stuff intact. So here, click on to the agent job and find an option related to ARM template. As you can see, we do have an option available, deploy an Azure Resource Manager template to the deployment scope. So as soon as I choose this option, it opens the entire stuff. The display name you can keep as per your need, right? Storage.
Yeah. It could be any custom name.
Yeah, it could be any custom name. Exactly. The Azure resource manager connection, for that purpose I have already created service connection. You can go through with our previous demonstration where we have discussed about this.
Yeah.
By default I do have only one subscription with me, but you may have few, then you can opt in as per your need.
Yeah.
Create or update the resource group, though there are various options like delete resource group, but I'm keen to update a resource group which I have already created. And the resource group which I'm choosing as your talk, which is our group name. The location will be East US. The template that we have to, for now, just let me kept it star and save, because I have to go one step back. Reason behind this, I have to integrate an artifact which we have created into last. So there are various options available,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll be using as per our need. Azure Storage DevOps 1 for my purpose, right? Let me add. As soon as we click there, then it has integrated the artifact which we have created into the CI part.
Okay.
Now let me jump back into the same release pipeline. So if, as you can see, the template location will be linked artifact, and we have linked our artifacts from the build pipeline which we have created recently. And as soon as I click here, we do have a storage drop folder where we can choose our storage.json. And here the way to integrate your parameter file which we have here. If you want to override certain parameter,
Mm.
then you can go with this option, but I won't. There are three options available for the deployment: incremental, complete, and validation.
Yeah.
So these are the details. Incremental mode handles deployment as incremental update to the resource group. It leaves unchanged resources that exist into the resource group but are not specified in the template. You
Mm.
can see the other details related to the complete, but we generally prefer the incremental mode. So
Mm.
let me save this.
There is a little danger.
Initial.
There is a little danger in terms of the complete, because the complete would actually finishes and deletes all the previous resources you have deployed.
Yeah,
So it
yeah,
would create the very fresh build for you.
yeah. This is an this is a very good point Abhishek has shared, and we should keep such thing into mind whenever we create a release pipeline. Indeed.
Yeah.
So I'm creating and just clicking on to the create release. So here we are, release description, first time
Yeah. Good one.
create. So as soon as we click here, release has been created. It has started pushing the entire stuff. So it may take a couple of minutes. It has started progressing. Let us jump into the model. It has downloaded the artifact which we have kept into the storage folder, and it is relevant to the CI pipeline whichever we have created.
So
And
instantly you can also see the process what is happening in the
yes,
background, right?
so as you remember, I have opt-in as your talk RG
Mm-hmm.
for my own purpose. If you go into the deployment, we do have a running deployment. If you click here, then you would be able to see the entire and the sequence of the things which are running parallelly.
So
So
Sachin,
as you can see,
that is the same deployment which you have just started in background.
yes.
Oh, great! Instantly you
So
can see
as
the result, reflection
yes,
of this.
indeed. So as you can see, the deployment is completed, and this is what our objective is to create, and it has been created. As you can see, it reflects over here. We do have a very unique storage name, if you
Yeah.
remember, with the
Yeah.
unique function which we have used, and we do
Right.
have LRS. and which we have kept for our own purpose.
Perfect.
So this is what I conclude for the demonstration.
That is really very fantastic, and it was really pleasure to see. Like as soon as you just post your release pipeline from DevOps, and instantly you can get the view on Azure portal, and in certain time, maybe in 30 seconds or 40 seconds, you will get the overview of your provisioned resource there on the Azure DevOps. Fantastic,
Yes.
fantastic, Sachin. Thank you very much. And if you wanted to add something, what we are coming next with the content.
Yes,
Any
probably I'll be bringing in a few more content relevant to Azure DevOps into the recent time. We are working upon the various things, and there are few more video demonstration which are left at my side related to the Terraform that I'm working upon and will bring in very soon for you
that's
guys.
that's good news. In fact, you are making you good use of the lockdown period. Great. Okay, we are coming shortly. Me and Sachin both will come shortly with the new content, with the new videos with you, and you should get at get us contacted with Azure Talk. And Sachin, can you tell me about yourself? How can we contact you?
Yeah, guys, you can reach me on my blog, which is www.netpiper.com. We do have our Facebook page, which is named as your talk, and that is very easily available. Just type in as your talk. As you can see the screen and hanging over the shoulder of Abhishek as your talk. So please, we are happy to answer you.
Thanks. So the very easy approach is to reach us to Facebook Azure Talk page, and we both are available there to answer your queries. In fact, we welcome you to not only the raise the questions, you also can support us by answering our questions as well. Thank you very much for the day, Sachin. Keep you contacted soon. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.